Not only did she lose a daughter, her oldest daughter, but she has to bury 2 grandbabies. No parent should have to bury their children or their grandchildren. Only a monster could do that. Only a person that has no regard for human life, especially for a baby, could do something that extreme.
Neighbors and family believe cousin ran to help when he heard the commotion and was shot.
If my brother sacrificed his life to save a child or attempt to save a child, I am 100% grateful.
Y'all, let me tell you something. Sometimes the scariest phone call isn't the one where somebody's screaming into the receiver. Sometimes it's the quiet one. June 2019, Takeyra Collins called off the wedding to a monster, told him pack his things and go. And for about a month, things were quiet, real quiet. The kind of quiet that makes a woman finally exhale, the kind that makes her think, okay, maybe it's over, maybe I did it. It wasn't over. By the 9th of July, 4 people were gone. A mother, her 2 babies, and a man who just happened to live right upstairs and picked the wrong morning to come home. 1 month. One decision to finally say enough. That's all it took. This is crime of love. And baby, we are about to talk about a man whose ego could not survive being told no. But before we get into who he is, we need to talk about who she was. Too many of these stories put his name in the headline and treat her like a footnote. Not on this channel. Takeyra Collins was 25 years old. Her landlord didn't hedge when she talked about her. Called her a very good mother, a beautiful young girl. That's not press release language, y'all. That's what somebody says when they actually mean it. She cleaned houses for a living. Not glamorous work. On your knees, bleach fumes, aching back kind of work. And she did it every single day so she could come home to a 6-year-old boy who loved his mama and a 2-year-old girl who didn't know a version of life without her yet. Now, I want you to sit with that for a second. 25. Some of us at 25 were still figuring out what we wanted on our sandwich. Takira was already raising 2 babies, holding down a full day of physical labor, and still building towards something bigger for both of them. That was the whole plan. Work hard now, give them better later. How does a 25-year-old find the energy for all of that? I genuinely don't have a clean answer. I just know she was doing it anyway. She never got to the later. Now, if you want to know exactly who took that later away from her, we need to talk about Armond, because baby, this man had a resume before Takira ever met him. Arrests going back to 2012, concealed weapons, drug trafficking, burglary, a stretch at Lebanon Correctional for a probation violation, and an aggravated robbery charge. By the time he walked out of that facility in March of 2019, this man had done more time than most folks do homework. And what's the first thing he does with his freedom? Gets back with Takira, puts a ring on it again, because apparently prison gives a man plenty of time to think. It just doesn't guarantee he thinks about the right things. No, this wasn't their first go-round, and it wasn't clean history either. There had already been allegations between them. A protective order she once filed and then didn't follow all the way through, the way a lot of women don't, because hope is complicated and because family wants so badly to believe the good version of somebody. Her people let themselves believe prison had changed him. It took him about a month to prove them wrong. I already know somebody in the comments is going to ask why she took him back after everything before. And that's a fair question. Here's a better one. Why does a man with a documented history get released, get a clean slate, and get the benefit of the doubt, when the woman who actually lived it already knew exactly who he was? one engagement, one eviction when she finally told him to pack up and go. 1 month later, 4 people were dead. That is not a slow burn, y'all. That is a countdown, and nobody clocked it in time. Before we go any further here, if you're new here, welcome to Crime of Love. Hit subscribe because we tell these stories every single week and we tell them right. Now let's get specific because vague doesn't serve this story. In the weeks before he killed her, Takeyra told people close to her that Armond had threatened her with a gun. Not a vague fear, not a feeling. A specific threat from a specific man that she named out loud before any of this happened. She kicked him out anyway, made the harder call. And here's the part domestic violence advocates will tell you over and over until they're tired of saying it. Leaving, baby, is not the finish line. Leaving is often the most dangerous point in the entire relationship. Because a man who needs control and loses it does not always let go quiet. Armond Johnson did not let go quiet. On July 8th, 2019, Armond Johnson went to the home Takira shared with her children. He shot her. She did not survive. He then set the house on fire. Both of her children were still inside. 6-year-old Armond Jr., 2-year-old Aubrey. Neither of them made it out. The cause of death for both children was smoke inhalation. Leaving the scene, Johnson crossed through a nearby field. There, he encountered 35-year-old David Cousin Jr., a neighbor who lived in the unit upstairs, coming home. He shot him too. In under an hour, one man ended 4 lives, 48 hours. That's how fast this case moved from crime scene to arrest, thanks in large part to a community that actually talked to police instead of staying quiet. Cleveland officials held a news conference to announce it. In Chile, there's a stretch near the end of it you need to hear for yourself.
Right now, at this point in our investigation, we believe that Mr. Cousins was just a resident and a neighbor coming home and happened to stumble upon the suspect when he was leaving the area. Right now, that's what our investigation is directed at. But we're exploring all of the options, but right now that's what it looks like, that Mr. Cousins was a victim of simply being here.
Can you tell us more about the suspect's criminal history?
I don't want to go into that right now. It is available, but yeah, I won't go into it right now.
Can you tell us how difficult has this been on your detectives? You mentioned a little bit of having to come to social workers here. How difficult?
Well, these investigations take a toll on the homicide detectives and the homicide unit in general. I think that I work with some very, very special people. I don't want to talk about them. I can talk about me personally. It is difficult, but like I said, the city's provided us some resources, and I think we all try to find our own ways to deal with it. But what we try to do is focus on the investigation, focus on bringing that person to justice. It's kind of after the fact when things kind of slow down that you get a chance to sit back and reflect on what you're actually doing. But right now it's the task at hand and getting it done.
Is he going to be charged with premeditation with his criminal history?
Not sure yet, man. Like I said, we're still early into the investigation. We still have more questions unanswered than answered right now. So that is something that we'll look into.
So it looks like you have a motive yet, or possible motive?
That's still being investigated.
So Mr. Johnson was taken into custody on Tuesday. Why are you guys just making it public now?
He was arrested for an aggravated robbery warrant on Tuesday.
Mr. Armond was charged with murder before and took a plea bargain and has been out to do this again. Is that possible with this case? Can he take another plea bargain and be back out on the streets again?
We are nowhere near the plea bargaining stage yet. We're just getting done with charging him, and our investigation is still moving forward.
But is that possible?
I can't speak to that right now, ma'am.
Okay.
We also understand that this was a domestic violence issue, and he has a repeat history of domestic violence. And so why weren't protocols and steps put in place to protect this woman and those innocent children from him continuously retaliating and victimizing this family?
The relationship between the victim and the suspect is still being investigated. There has been a history of domestic violence, but I won't go into the status of their relationship at the time of this crime. That's something that's still being investigated. All of that is being looked at.
Can you walk us through at all what happened either that evening or that morning? Can you sort of tell us anything that you guys have kind of divulged from your investigation so far?
Man, there's still, like I said, there's still more questions unanswered than answered. We're still piecing this together. As recently as probably an hour and a half ago, I had detectives in this neighborhood still obtaining video, still doing interviews. There's a lot to go on right now. So for me to answer that right now just wouldn't be fair to the suspect or the victim's family or the investigation.
Neighbors told us they heard gunshots on Monday night. Do we in fact know that that was the case, that they were murdered Monday night and maybe not Tuesday morning when the police got here? Is there any sort of timeline you guys can give us?
Again, as Lieutenant Pillow has explained, we're still early in this investigation. We're 48 hours out from the time of discovering this heinous act. There's a lot of stuff to do with this, and you folks know from the media and our neighborhood folks know that we usually don't give this much this early in an investigation because we don't want to jeopardize that investigation. The gentleman asked the question about the DV history and things like that. All that stuff is going to be put together, presented to a prosecutor or a grand jury, and then also presented at trial. So we don't want to get too deep into exact things because we don't want to jeopardize the possibility that this person is allowed to plea bargain based on certain things that came out early, or if this person, God forbid, isn't held accountable to the level that the community thinks he should be. So we'll take just a couple more questions, and then we'll let you guys get out of the sun, and we'll continue with this. I'm sorry?
Was it more than one suspect that you know of?
At this time, we only know of the one suspect, ma'am.
Do they have him in protective custody?
Ma'am, at this time, the person is in jail and awaiting the rest of the criminal justice process. One more question. How you doing, young man? Yes, sir. Well, he killed him in a very bad way, and I'm not going to tell you guys all the detail, but he did something that he should not have done, and it should not have happened to your friends here today. So these guys you see behind you, the community folks that you see behind you, we're going to do everything possible to make sure that that doesn't happen to any other kid in this neighborhood or in this city, guys, okay? So I want you guys to have a safe summer, have a good time at the Boys and Girls Club and at the city rec centers, and with time this is going to get better, but this person did a bad thing that they shouldn't have done, and we're going to try to make sure that they don't get out of jail, and we're going to try to make sure this doesn't happen to another kid in this community. All right, folks, thank you.
Money in families instead of ballparks. That's what we need.
Thank you guys for coming today.
Thank you.
There's a lot of little kids here, so I think we're at the point where we're done answering questions, but thank you guys for coming, and thank you for covering this.
Thank you.
While all of that was happening in front of cameras, David Cousins' own father was trying to put words to who his son actually was. Loving, a musician on the side, the kind of man who didn't have kids of his own, but everybody around him was family anyway.
He stayed here, and he probably came out, to help.
David's father, David Cousins Sr., says his son always tried to help whoever needed it.
Oh, little David he's a loving person. He had just started his own construction business. He do beats for records, so he's a musician. He didn't have any kids, but he helped everybody.
Now, while all that grief was playing out in public, something else was happening behind a closed door. Once they had Armond Johnson in custody, detectives sat him down for 2 straight days of questioning. And baby, this next part I need you to actually watch, not just read about, because you can hear in real time a man's whole story falling apart.
Excuse me, sir, can you adjust these, please? Like my hand, can you turn it this way?
Yeah, we can get your wrist in. You mean straighter?
Yeah, straighter, yes.
Well, you figure out how you want them to be comfortable, because I'm going to put them the way I want them when I put you back.
Okay. So you were in possession of this phone all night long.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you that after looking at cell tower information in connection with this phone, that you were not at home.
No, I was at home.
No.
Listen closely.
I'm listening. I was at home.
No, you weren't. This phone went to the area of East 63rd Street. And this phone went into the house.
No, I was at home. I never went to the house. I was at
of
home.
Of Kira and your baby.
Oh, no, listen. I was at home.
No, listen to me.
I'm listening.
Listen, just pay attention.
Okay.
The phone records aren't going to lie.
The phone records show that this phone left your house.
I was at home. Oh, y'all don't understand. I was at home. I was at home with my grandmother. I was at home. I was at home. That's where I was at. That's where I was at.
No.
No,
and you know why?
Let's stop the lies right now.
I'm not lying. Can I talk to my grandmother, please? Please.
Well, wait. We'll let you talk to her. The phone left the house, and the phone left the house with you. And you went over there.
No, I did not go.
And you killed her.
No, I did not.
The only thing I do not understand is how you could possibly burn your children alive.
I did not.
Can you explain that to me?
I did not. I did not.
I have video of you.
We have video of you.
I have your your aunt talking to us, telling us that she picked you up in the area at the time of this occurrence.
No, it was not.
Wearing the same clothes that's in that video.
What same clothes?
We have a video of you.
Oh, no, I did not do nothing.
Okay.
No. I need to talk.
Listen.
I need to talk to my lawyer.
Armond.
Can I talk to a lawyer? No, I need to talk to a lawyer. I need to talk to a lawyer.
Okay. Armond, I'm so sorry for your loss. I just can't understand how this could happen.
I need to talk to my lawyer.
Okay. I'm just expressing myself here.
Okay.
I do not understand, and by the grace of God, I truly wish that you could give us some explanation. The only thing that I can think of is that you were jealous because she was...
That's not it.
It's an alarm.
She was jealous, or you were jealous because she was with somebody else.
If that's the case, you can look at my phone. I have other females that I was texting and talking to.
That's fine, but this phone went to her house. You're hitting, let me show you. You're hitting off of these towers. These towers. This is her house. This is tower number 1. This is tower number 2. This is tower number 3. They're all right by her house. That's this phone hitting off towers all around her house.
No, can I talk to my grandmother, please, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm expressing myself here. I just don't understand how your jealousy and rage would cause you to kill her.
I did not kill her. I did not kill her. I don't own no gun. I did not kill her. I did not do nothing.
And then set the house on fire. I don't understand why you didn't take those kids with you. Why hurt them when you're mad at her?
I did not hurt nobody.
I can understand being jealous. I can understand wanting to hurt her, but not the kids. I just don't understand that part of it. I mean, in my mind, it's really hard for me, but
I did not.
I can only think that maybe you were just striking out and trying to hurt someone.
Can I talk to him?
I don't understand it. We've got the cell records show. You're telling me that this phone never left your house, but it did. It traveled. Your own aunt is saying she picked you up that morning from that area right there. And she took you home. So you can lie all you want. I mean, if there is any way you could give us an explanation so we can explain to her mother and her brother how this whole thing came about. The only thing I can think of is you were jealous.
No, I'm not jealous. Nothing. I don't be jealous. Excuse me, can I excuse me, man, can I still get a call you say I can get, please?
Yeah, but we're gonna take you back.
Okay.
If you have no explanation for this, I mean, we're not going to come and talk to you again. I think we have
This is it. You get your opportunity right now to come clean, and you know, I understand you don't want to speak with us anymore, and I'm not going to speak with you any further. But this is it. This was it. If you want to talk to us, you can always come call us back or whatever. But you're telling us you want to speak to a lawyer. I'm not going to stop that. We're done.
I just need to talk to my grandmother.
Well, I can't control that. You're gonna, you can contact an attorney or whatever, but we're done with this right now.
Okay.
I don't see how.
Trying to accuse me of something I didn't do. That's what I don't get. Trying to accuse me of something I didn't do.
We know you did it.
I did not do nothing. I did not do nothing. I'm telling you I did not do nothing. I told you from the beginning
I know.
I did not do nothing.
But everything is pointing in the other direction. Your own relative is saying she picked you up. Your own phone records are putting you in the area. I don't know how you can dispute that, Armond. I'm just trying to understand as a woman, and I mean, I've felt jealousy and rage before, but I certainly couldn't hurt my children. Okay? Let me show you this. That's her address right there. Here's your phone hitting off of these towers. They're not over here. You're not out here. You're not over there. Your phone is hitting to this side of the tower. This side of the tower. Not the back side, not the other side. This side, and there's her house. And I think that you shot and killed him because he caught you leaving the house.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then we see you leaving and going back to Cleveland Heights. So this is her house, and this is your phone. And these are the dates. Can you see the dates here?
Yes.
7/9/2019.
Excuse me.
And then this is your phone number. And then that is the time that you were back home at 8:27 in the morning. These were all same phone number the day before, which was, you see the date, 7/8/19. You see the times?
All right, we're gonna.
Can you tell them to get a phone call to my grandmother like you said? Huh?
I don't know.
Kim, hold on.
Let me talk to my
What are you going to tell your
I
grandmother?
need to talk to my grandma. You said I can get a phone call and get back to my grandmother.
Yeah.
Tell your grandmother you're going to be charged eventually with this crime. Tell her that.
I did not do anything. So I'm still with the phone call now?
He never gave them a full confession. Didn't need to. While Armond sat there insisting his phone never left that house, his own phone was out here snitching on him in real time, tower by tower, like it had been waiting its whole life for the chance. It took years to get to trial. These things always take longer than they should. But in September of 2022, a jury came back.
With breaking news.
And that breaking news unfolded in Cuyahoga County, where a jury has convicted a Cleveland man of murdering his ex-girlfriend, her 2-year-old daughter, the couple's 6-year-old son, and a neighbor. Now, this all happened in July of 2019. 29-year-old Armond Johnson Sr. now faces a possible death sentence. The jury found Johnson guilty of 14 counts of aggravated murder and 8 other charges in the deaths of Takeyra Collins, Armond Johnson Sr., Aubrey Stone, and David Cousin at a home on East 63rd in Slavic Village.
14 counts, guilty on every one that mattered. But guilty is not the end of this story. What happens next is a jury convicted Armond Johnson on 14 counts of aggravated murder in September of 2022. Prosecutors pushed for the death penalty. The jury didn't give it to them. His defense brought up his own history of 4th grade reading level, childhood abuse, and neglect. The jury waited. They landed on 4 consecutive life sentences, no parole ever.
Armond Johnson was sentenced to 4 consecutive sentences of life without parole. This after killing 4 people in Cleveland's Slavic Village neighborhood, including 2 children in 2019. Cuyahoga County Common Plea Court Judge Timothy McCormick sentenced Johnson after a jury convicted him of murdering Takeyra Collins, Armond Jr., Aubrey Cousin, and David Cousin.
Not everybody was satisfied. Takira's aunt, Ania, told Cleveland 19, he really needs the death penalty. He killed 4 people. Where you land on that is yours to decide. What I will say is this, he was going to die behind bars no matter which way that jury voted. Now he just gets there a little slower. Let's end where we should have started, with them. Armond Jr. was 6, Aubrey was 2. They should be in elementary school, not a headline. And David Cousin Jr., who happened to live upstairs and who his family believes may have died trying to help those children, deserves better than a footnote in somebody else's crime. Lord, rest them all. Takeyra did everything they tell survivors to do. She left, and it still was not enough. Not because of anything she did, but because of what Armond refused to accept. This story ends with her, not him. If this one had you feeling some kind of way, you know exactly what to do. Like it. Drop a comment and tell me where you land on that sentence. And if you're not already one of us, go on and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.